Hey everyone, the friendly folks at AnthroDesk.ca asked me to check out their Sit-Stand Desk Converter. AnthroDesk.ca is a Canadian manufacturer of height-adjustable desks and ergonomic products. They sent me one for free. It is currently $109.99 instead of $249.99. So if you're curious about upgrading to a sit-stand workspace for better ergonomics, stick around, I'm gonna check it out. And then we'll discuss whether a converter like this is the right choice for you versus a sit-stand desk or a stationary desk. When you get this converter, it arrives in a box with these dimensions. You'll need a box cutter, scissors, and a Phillips screwdriver. Assembly took me about 13 minutes, including reading the instructions. It comes mostly assembled. You just need to attach the keyboard tray with 8 screws, and then you need to press on these 6 rubber parts, and then you're ready to go. The black textured finish is really attractive. It has rounded edges, and that's a nice touch so that you don't get sharp corners digging into your arms when you're working, both on the upper surface and the keyboard tray. Aesthetically, I would say it's neutral. It isn't going to improve the look of your room, but it also isn't ugly. And overall, it looks like it's really good quality. One thing that surprised me is that it wasn't electric. I thought it was going to be electric, but it's not. It uses a hydraulic piston, like the hatch on the back of your car or in an office chair. You just pull this little lever and you can adjust the height up and down very quickly. Now I'm 200 pounds and moving it up and down was easy for me, but my wife, who's 110 pounds, struggled to lower it when it was empty, as did my 11-year-old daughter. So lighter folks or kids might need to put some weight on it. Once you put about 15 pounds on top, it becomes very easy to move up and down. And if 20 pounds are on it, the desktop will actually glide downward and you will need to actually lift it to raise it. So it isn't as easy to move up and down as an electric desk would be, but one advantage is that it's quicker to move up and down. Compared to my electric desk, which would take 10 seconds to do this instant transition is quite handy. The desktop itself is quite sturdy. It's rated for 30 pounds on the main surface. It wiggles a bit when it's raised up, but you know what? So does my electric desk. And you stop noticing this wiggling after a little while. The upper surface has enough space for a laptop or a monitor, so you can fit either on here no problem. It's also wide enough for me to lean on it with both my elbows. As far as size goes, I can definitely say it's big enough, but I never felt for a second like it was too big. So they hit this Goldilocks zone with the size, I think, although there are larger sizes available on their website. The keyboard tray is rated at just 5 pounds, and although the unit feels a bit wiggly when it's extended at full height, it's rock solid when lowered onto the desk, thanks to the little rubber pads that you stuck on during assembly. The keyboard tray fits a full-size keyboard and a standard mouse pad, but if you're a gamer and love those massive mouse pads, you'll feel a bit cramped. Also, large mouse pads also help to reduce repetitive strain, so that's a slight con for heavy mouse users. You may have enough room in the upper desktop for that, but I would consider that to be an alternate position. I wouldn't want to be in that position all day. And yes, in case you haven't figured it out, you will need a separate mouse and keyboard to use this if you are using a laptop. There are some cable hooks underneath for wired versions, but I suggest wireless, so you can move your keyboard and mouse to varied positions, but it's up to you. One thing I noticed when I installed this is that you will not have any room for paper or clutter. I had to get rid of all of it as soon as I put this on the desk. After using it for a while, I found a workaround. You just raise it a few inches and you can slide your wireless keyboard underneath, and then you've got some space for some notes. This also raises the screen of a laptop to a nice height. So if you're using a camera for a presentation, you can actually raise the camera so that your coworkers and clients aren't looking up your nose. You can put it in a perfect position and frame the shot just the way that you like. Now, how does this stack up against a full sit-stand desk? If you're building an office from scratch, a height-adjustable desk will probably be better. They're affordable now, they let you preset the heights and handle all of your papers and gear. But if you've got a built-in desk already, then this converter is a game changer. I wouldn't call it portable, but it's actually easy to move around the house or even stow under your bed when you're done with it. So if you're certain you want a desk converter, this is a good one. And even if you're uncertain, there's very little risk here because of the low price point and the ability to stash it away. And I hope you found that interesting. Bye-bye.